the BTech journey was a so long journey, like filled up memories, filled up subjects, around 48 subject labs and all. So it was so messed up. I don't want to get into it.
I mean, like, I don't know about the world, but like in India, every engineer sounds the same. Like, or every guy engineer sounds the same. I don't know.
वही मतलब घिसे पिटे रहते हैं मतलब यही and
Hello everyone, this is Prakhar from Smart Interviews and welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we have Sidharth Sampathi with us, who has successfully been placed in Accenture with 7 lakh per annum package. Today we are going to be discussing with him that how he has prepared for his interview rounds and how Smart Interviews played a crucial role in his journey. So let's get started.
So hi, I'm Sidharth. Like my last name is Sampathi Rao. So I basically come from Visakhapatnam. So I'm like we are settled now here in Visakhapatnam. I'm originated from like Srikakulam district in Andhra Pradesh. So it's been a long journey. The time I grew up and like I've been moving places because my father was in the army. So now he's retired and we have settled in Visakhapatnam. I've completed my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya, first from army school, primary schooling from army. The BTech journey was a so long journey. Like filled up memories, filled up subjects, around 48 subject labs and all. So it was so messed up. I don't want to get into it.
I mean, like, I don't know about the world, but like in India, every engineer sounds the same. Like, or every guy engineer sounds the same. I don't know.
वही मतलब घिसे पिटे रहते हैं मतलब यही and then after now currently I'm placed in Accenture for like 6.6 LPA, that is AASC role, Advanced Associate Software Engineer.
That's great. I mean, like, getting into any kind of a professional, like from students to being a professional, it's basically a journey, and like that transition, basically, it's a really big thing for all of us. So that's great, and that's really big.
It was the something like that relaxed me after my BTech, like thinking that somewhat I've got something in my hand in this situation. And then I'm currently working at ICIC Prudential AMC as an intern over there for the automation developing. So my journey was never into the software field, or else like never into working for the corporate world. I was really determined for the government sectors and all, because my father being from the government sector. So having a plan B in hand is very, very much important in India. So like I've been trying for the the entries what is there for this government sector also, but like for the I'm mending myself for the corporate world too.
While doing this, like, what motivated you to pursue your current field of study?
So the shift initially was very much confusing for me. Neither I was ready to take the shift. The BTech life, I wasn't at all ready. You might be knowing the NDA, National Defense Academy. I was trying for it. I've given a couple of exams, but unfortunately I didn't clear it. But later on, I attempted TES entries, what is technical entry scheme. Then I was screened in, I conferenced out in the SSBs. Then later on, I figured out a path. Like I thought, like maybe in the initial, I wasn't at all interested into getting into the BTech field. Then I was like, okay, there's an option of getting into the defense forces. Then like after the BTech, so that was the initial thing motivated me to take the BTech part.
So was IITs or NITs were in the list, or like you never even considered them to like prepare for that as well?
There was a thing like I never ever considered IITs because like I knew there's a huge competition and like I know my limits. I surely can't in the sense if I try I could, but like I didn't wanted myself to put time in over like long terms and get a very bad result out of it.
Okay. And as you said, like you joined the institution, like how was your when you didn't get into NDAs, like was there any influence from your father like to get into the NDAs or something, or like was he really like chill with the fact that okay, you will decide what you want to do and like I'm there just to support you?
Like there's always this this point in my home, like whatever you do, like my elder sister is there, me. So whatever we do, they actually give us the support, what all support is needed. So then, they never mattered like this particular thing you have to do, or else like this particular degree you have to pursue. But there was initial sort of overthinking or else like depression phase for me, where I've said, right, like I couldn't clear two attempts in the interview, whereas I've got to the last chance, like where last interview, what we say, conference. So I was at there also, I couldn't clear it. So there was sort of like small feeling inferiority feeling that maybe this isn't the option for me, maybe BTech isn't the option for me, or else like later on I carried this out to my parents. They always been a very like very to the infinity. So this way they've been supportive. They've always gave me the power to put myself forward. So in any matter, they don't let me discourage myself. So I really get demotivated very quick. Is now also is very much happy me working for the corporate.
So how was your learning experience with smart interviews?
In the initial, I wasn't like smart interviews course was attached with our academic course in the college itself. So in the start, like there was like an initial screening test, and which was I was like very much worried about. Then somehow I got the initial test screened in. So then they figured out like 150 students for the course, and that was the triggering point for me. I never expected like 150 for a course, and that too with a single instructor. I thought, okay, this might be a problem, this might be a issue where I can't learn things. Maybe they'll go with the flow, maybe they'll put on they'll put on with the people who only take care about coding, or else like maybe people who are really good in coding. I used to skip the classes, I used to bunk the classes. This thing my faculty doesn't know. So I used to bunk the classes, I used to skip the classes. I never, like the Monday Tuesday was a hell for me, because Monday Tuesday they used to conduct the smart interview. When I started paving my path for my brain, that like let the voice come in, like I started hearing him, I started understanding what he's trying to convey. I started like when I started understand to know how the things actually work, what he's explaining. And I have to make sure this, like, it was pretty much clear and pretty much pinned to the point that he was visualizing the points, visualizing the idea, visualizing the concept, what is actually going on with the problem. So if it's an array going on, he used to show it using the boxes, he used to show it in a consecutive way. Like, I have to mention this, like the smart interviews have got its own way to visualize the problem. It has got the things which make which will make a person who is not at all interested understand the coding problem. And I'll surely say this, I would have never put myself into the DP, dynamic programming. But later on, like taking as a good thing, I started learning, right? So then after I used to understand, okay, you have to visualize the problem, then you have to get the crux of the problem, then you have to get the DP thing out of it. Like it's a very small code, and you'll get it in fraction of seconds, like if you put your mind in it. So like the journey was total of like sort of learning was there, fun was there, practicality was there, and you get to visualize the problems which you not get to visualize in the lead code or in YouTube, and you get live interaction, which is very much important.
Like apart from the learning experience, like was there any moment or an event in your college or in your course with smart interviews that impacted you as a person on a personal level or a professional level?
Me getting selected for the smart interviews campus ambassador was another step. It took me another step into my college associations also, where you get to interact with much faculties more, whereas like as a campus ambassador conducting events for the smart interviews and sort of. And this was the point of time I started knowing much about smart interviews rather than the coding stuff, or else rather than the instructing stuff. So I was like sort of in the initial stage where I've joined BTech, I was never outspoken. And then after I took up responsibilities for myself to challenge myself that you can do it, or else like you could put yourself into the uncomfortable zone, what you have never been in. So I started putting myself into the uncomfortable zone, then later on outspoken. Then this smart interviews phase of 1 year has drastically changed myself. Like I used to conduct very much what we say a large crowd sessions, or else like I used to take up like sometimes maybe a lecture, like something like expressing ideas or something like giving views on something.
Explain smart interviews in one word or a sentence. What would it be?
It would be a light.
Light. Yeah. Okay.
I'll give the
Really
explanation for
difficult
that.
to put. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So when like it's I'm pretty sure every student's mind, or else like every student's subconscious is dark. So he doesn't have that particular sense of confidence in himself, or else like doesn't have that sense of putting up ideas, or else like putting up the what do we say, coding perception. Whereas like this particular smart interviews, as the logo says, a lighthouse. So itself is a like it gives us a light rays which penetrates to the like brain, paving up the path in the dark of the students what actually doesn't know how the things actually work, or else like the students doesn't understand. Maybe I could start being like maybe I could pause myself coder, or else like maybe I should get away from this coding part. So the smart interviews helps as a light, or else helps as a directing torch in the way of coding, in the way of skills, in the way of maybe.
That's a really good way to put it. So if I ask you like to recommend smart interviews to others, like would you be doing that?
So I say smart interviews, people those who have really interest, people those who have like from the base like they want to understand from the root how the actual coding part works, or it's like how the bits actually work, how the bit manipulation does, and how the arrays, how the data structures are. So this would be the smart coders batch would be the best option for them. I would surely recommend this for them. So that particular thing would be really helping them, because I knew like there's no other firm that is giving so much into the advanced structures, or else advanced coding. So this might give me the point, or else like give me the chance of recommending smart interviews to the colleagues, or I'll surely put this to my juniors, and they're already took the smart interviews courses also. They're already in it.
Like I have one question that I would like to ask you, what's your plan? Like what's your future goal? Where you are seeing yourself like after this? Like, now that you have entered into the corporate world, like what's next?
So as I said the only motivation for me was like there's a particular chance after the BTech that we could get into the defense forces. So yeah, my plan A would be getting into the defense forces. I'm currently giving the BTech entries, what we have technical entries, CDSC, FCAT and all. And in the meanwhile, I would really love to contribute myself to the corporate world, whereas I've gotten to the Accenture, and I'm currently working in ICICI also. So rather than limiting myself to one particular goal, I'll be like open to anything which is giving me opportunity. I never let any opportunity go away.
That's great, Sidharth, and all the best for that, and all the best for all the future endeavors that you seek and that comes on your way. And really very congratulations for getting into Accenture with a decent package, and I hope that you will be successful in your professional endeavors, and all the best for your future. Thank you for the feedback, thank you for doing this, and that's all from my side. And yeah, we'll see you.
It was lovely conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you liked it. to enjoy more content like this, please like and subscribe to our channel, and please let us know in the comments what other content would you like us to create. Thank you once again, and we'll see you in the next Smart Success video.